Contention Damsels, everybody!
I'm excited.
We're on episode 38, I believe.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes, technically this is season 2. Season 2 started when we met Kiara, so that's like 30 or 31.
Awesome. All right.
Season 2! Oh my gosh, that's great!
We're so old.
I know, we're almost 40.
It's probably been like 2 months in game. I love this. Fantastic.
Yeah,
That would be. It is so strange. I love it.
We all think we know each other better than we do.
Last time. Michael's got our spotlight, so we're going to turn it over.
Hey, it's me doing the spotlight, because there's so many cool D&D and just awesome creative people online. So, let me share a thing. So, there we go. So, who I am spotlighting is Fighting Chance Studios at Clay Warforge on Twitter. And I think they're super amazing because they make ceramic dice, which you don't really see too often or like really at all, honestly.
I mean,
They're like...
it's a pretty recent thing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I've only heard of it like I think they were the ones that I heard of. I don't know of anyone else who does it, so...
Yeah, they're super pretty. And there's always like different like styles.
Yeah, I like the two-tone ones. What the hell they roll?
Yeah, I mean, I've looked them up and like they have like some pretty like good reviews, and like we're not gonna do it on this episode, but I was listening to their dice sound, and they just sound really nice when you roll them, and just like they just have a nice clacking.
I do like it.
Yeah,
nice.
they like sound like
Flatter.
jewels. But yes, they are on Twitter and Instagram, and they have an Etsy shop where you can buy all of their fabulous dice for their very short supply. So
I mean, I think they're just started. They only have like they're pretty small, pretty by the way.
yeah, but
They only have 2,000 followers.
Yeah, I mean they're bigger than us.
but yeah, no,
Only
these guys.
2,000. I'm like,
I mean, like they also like make like other like ceramics too. They have a bunch of cups. Yeah.
Look at baby's head bleeding. That's amazing.
Yeah, this thing is. Here, we'll look at it real quick. Yeah, it's kind of. It was so
I'm
scary.
scared. No,
So scary.
why?
Oh no, it's okay. This one's blue. It's blue blood.
There's blue paints.
It's a ground.
More like blue pain.
I like how they tried to make it better by adding flowers onto it.
Yeah, it has like.
Macabre art.
But yeah, go check these people out. Oh, they're Fighting Chance Studios.
Let's give them a fighting chance.
Yeah, let's give them a fighting chance. Alrighty. There
Okay,
we
now
go.
we're gonna go to our recap.
A lot of stuff.
Well, last time, you guys recovered Narte from a group of thieving leprechauns and pushed forward into the next town. While traversing the forest, you were ambushed by a pack of werewolves. Their alpha introduced herself as Kendra, the Beast Queen, and the battle soon followed. Ellie and Luna were separated from the group, and in an effort to protect Ellie, Luna pushed her into the bushes, thereby taking the brunt of most of the attacks. Oddly, she runs into her ex-boyfriend Andre, who happens to be a werewolf, and in a mad haze, he bit her.
Sometimes it do be like that.
Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you get crazy exes that turn into werewolves and bite you.
Yeah. It's not even the ex I was warning you guys about.
He's not even the bad guy.
He's not even the bat. Oh my gosh.
Not even the bad.
So, and then when things seem to be lost, a fireball is cast into the clearing, and Seliana, Rowanwood, and Oreadr, Keyanthi's family, come into the clearing. The werewolves flee with the added numbers, and the group settles down for a rest. And that's about where we stopped.
Is that enough of a rest so I get my spell slots back?
It depends on how long you want to rest. You can do a short rest,
Do we want to rest for 8 hours?
or do you want to rest for 8
I
hours?
could have been very restored after making amends with my brother who was trying.
I mean, how about we go into town and then
Yeah.
try to rest?
Okay, fine, whatever.
I like that idea. Let's go to town. Let's see what your towns are like here.
I mean, we've been like, I love camping and all, but like we're pretty close to town, so.
Okay. It's gonna take you guys about like another hour or so to get into town. Oh, I don't even have music on. Hang on. Let me tell it to play.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's an hour is fine. Come on. Who's like not dying right now? I'm not.
I mean,
Someone dying around here?
how are you doing, Luna? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you able to heal yourself?
I'm fine. I'm all healed. See,
Can I do like a medicine check or some sort of check to see like if like the bite marks are still there or like?
No, because you did that last time.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
basically the muscles in her shoulder and stuff kind of like, because they healed back really fast, they healed back kind of wrong.
Okay. Well, as long as you're feeling alright, then I guess we should be fine.
Human's empty. That's odd.
Did you do a space between play and the URL?
There we go.
Woo! There we go. And then I want to go to the second song. There we go. And then. Okay, it has a really quiet beginning. Alright, so. While you guys are walking, Oreadr and Seliana are leading their horses, and they come in and they follow behind you. And Oreadr looks around and he's like, So you guys got a lot of animals here. Are they just animals, or are they more than animals?
Oh, they're different.
Was it you?
Animals. They're our friends. Order.
Oh yeah, like we have like a dog, a fox, and a peacock.
Yes.
Then the dog and the fox can make sense, and then there's a peacock, and it's like,
He's like, yeah, I can get combat fox, I can get combat dog, combat peacock, I find creative.
I mean, they're fierce and fabulous.
I've never seen so many colors in a singular bird. In fact, I don't think I've seen many birds in my life, so you know, that's the thing.
Yeah, they're intimidating, and I like go behind Peacock Narte and just like fan out his feathers. See how intimidating? It's like a bunch of eyeballs piercing you through your face.
He just Narte like goes with this and just on cue goes.
Ellie, is this really necessary right now? Can we just go to town quietly?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just showing how fierce our battle peacock is.
Yeah, that fierce peacocks. It's just like brings the horses.
I cross my arms confidently and I lean.
You're more weather. Neither. Maybe that's that.
I pick up Canaris because he's like a little dog, and I'm
It's
just
a large dog, but yes.
okay. Well, I like go up to like his head. I'm like, do dogs bite people if they like them? And I could talk to animals. So.
Oh,
That's not a dude I grew up with.
he gives me like the concerned dog look, and his ears flatten back, and he just responds in like, because dogs don't have a special like a language, especially even though I usually have them just talk their language, but it's more like intention and more closer like raw meaning. But he says like when something akin to like when a mate is desired, they will howl and start humping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it's not a very affectionate by.
I was
I was just hoping.
It's just like sometimes they play bite, okay, when they're just like wrestling with each other, but like they don't bite.
That's true. Affirmation. And you go walking.
Seliana, have you guys had issues with werewolves before?
Oreadr kind of looks up and he's just like, yeah, that's really,
That's a personal question.
let's see,
I mean, what?
Would you have been drinking with a werewolf and like on a bar fight?
let's see, I can roll for that. Let's see what, it's kind of like a stretch for me. But Seliana rolling. Seliana's very learned.
She's smarty.
Well, I haven't encountered them personally. That was the first time. However, I have learned about them. I've had quite an extensive education. Do you have a question that you wanted to answer?
Oh. I mean, we're very fortunate you guys came out here, but I don't want to sound ungrateful, but what are you guys doing out here? I didn't expect to see you guys so out here.
Well, when I went to Toril, I came to collect Oreadr and bail him out of jail. And,
Loser.
did Oreadr just be like, gives you this look like, really? And then Seliana shoots him this look, and he's just like, fine, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna hang out with the horses. Whatever. And
Range from a birthday. Might be right. And then bring everything.
so, I forgot who I was.
You're Seliana.
Seliana for a second.
Yes, and then I went to check on the, she would remember the word. What's the word? Contacts. There we go. So I had Keyanthi set up a few contacts in Toril, so I went to go check on them since I was already there. And establish more of a permeance to our professional relationship. It's better to meet the person you're being employed to. And so I went to the Bradens and encountered them and spoke to Lady Braden, and she told me that she had received word that there were fugitives in the city and that a group of foreigners assisted them in escaping the city. And rumor had it was that one of those foreigners died. So I was worried. I was worried that he would fail. So I rushed to gather the horses, as my daughter is very, very attached to them. Take Oreadr, and then I know the teleportation circle to the neutral port Klinkotu, because I've done a lot of trade through there. And I was able to go from there and what is the phrase? Grease some palms. Yes, that. To expedite our way into the Empire. We then
He's gonna be like quietly be like, he was gonna try to understand, and just gonna go off.
And well, I figured that you guys, we knew the general direction that you guys went in. I knew you were going west, so I figured you'd want to emerge on the western side of the mountains, and there's really only one exit, so I decided to take my chances there. And I also happen to know certain spells that can help me locate people and objects. And I happened to ping on Keyanthi and subsequently followed her. And thus we arrived.
And Bacon's you did.
I also have my own business here, seeing that Serena has unfortunately perished. I had tasked her. We had made a mutual agreement in assisting her in procuring her brother out of the clutches of her disagreeable father. And I arranged for a false, well, just not false, it is false, sorry. I arranged for a false arrangement between a business associate of mine named Urena Ventario. She's the baroness in this area. And we should be seeing her villa in the next area, the next town. She oversees it. So we should plan, once we get into town, we should make a nice plan to try to extract him. And get your friend looked at. He's quite pale. So he looks at Luna.
So she's kind of like ahead of everybody, like trying to keep into herself, trying to ignore everybody, but all the voices are just like so loud for some reason.
The sun's too bright, all the smells are just...
Why does it smell like woods?
Gosh, so much smell, so many...
I don't know what you're talking about. Usually is pretty pale.
I'm not that pale.
Well, I guess compared to me. It's like
It's different.
Kiara sitting there. I didn't notice.
I'm purple.
You're good.
And then Seliana switches over to Keyanthi, and not to be rude, cousin, but your eyes have changed. And I would like to inquire about that.
Well,
Kiara takes time to, without saying anything, certain, like conversation, or make her way to being at the front of the party.
should become less noticeable.
and I walk forward with like Kira, and I'm like, she got an eye job.
What's that over there, Ellie? Squirrels? What is it? Is that Squirrel?
Okay. Meantime, Keyanthi is gonna like, she's like, oh well, you know, and like kind of like pull Seliana away so she can have a private discussion with her about what happened.
Okay, so you pull her aside and tell her what happened off screen. Alright, cool. Or do you want to do it on screen?
Well, I mean, you know exactly what happened to Tiffany and Virginia, but
It's true, I do know. You relay what happened. Do you tell her about your vision?
I tell her about the paintings, like with the Raheem. I know there's a painting with a king. Yeah.
Oh, you tell
Oh,
her.
that means you're
about-
related to Raheem, right?
So,
Or something like that.
yeah, you saw a portrait with... Okay, so you tell her about the vision with the paintings and... Okay.
Okay, so there's a whole lot to tell. So in short, paintings were there, and then a goddess named Regroup became my friend by killing me, and then I was okay because she's cool like that. And then the dragons in 3 different places, and one of them is missing. I don't remember the full notes because the notes I took were bad. What's wrong with me? Anyway. So like 4 pieces of the sword, one of them's missing, one of them Serena's looking for because she's a ghost. And then like, oh god, there's other places too.
Yeah, so there's 4 fragments of the sword, and you don't know where any of them are, but you have a lead that one of the fragments is in Miliam mainland. And Trina is also going there to exact vengeance on her dad, because basically he sucks.
He's so bad.
Yeah, it's kind of terrible. And that's,
Okay, well,
you relay all this information, and Seliana's eyes just get wider and wider as you...
It's like,
So
like
I didn't
the next word in the sentence is never what I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You think it would, but it doesn't. It just keeps going. The hole just keeps getting deeper.
So Keyanthi basically ends with it. So I know you asked me to do a few things, but as you can see, I got to get sidetracked. But I think we're making good progress to figure out what to do about our grandfather.
Yes. You just see her sort of process this. Wow, I mean, I had my suspicions about him being beyond, incomprehensible mortality, but I didn't expect him to be a dragon warden. I've only found any documentation on the dragon wardens has largely been damaged or scrapped or and otherwise. It seems like they were purposefully attempted to be removed from history, so there's not a lot on them. But it does explain quite a lot.
I feel like it explains nothing but everything. And from the time that I've spent doing all these things, for everything that I've done so far, any explanation is so nice.
Absolutely.
I appreciate this. To have either way, we have to figure out where all these shards are and see if my grandfather already knows, or our grandfather knows where it might be.
Well, it sounds like you have a lead in going to the Melanomne land, so...
And more help than I had before. Is, well, she kind of like tucks her hair behind her ear, but she's like dragging her eyes to like, for example, bring attention to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's nice that we found allies in West.
Yeah, we wouldn't have done anything without us. We wouldn't have done anything without it, so. And I will pay my dues to you and to Rishrak and to your grandfather.
As for why you saw Raheem in your vision, I will tell you about that another time. It's a rather long story.
Okay. Do you want to wait till later to tell me? So you have other things to do, Tiffany, the DM?
She just doesn't want to tell you in the middle of the forest.
Okay, good. So I will say we should push that story till later. I didn't hear that part. Okay.
Yeah, she's just like, well, I will. She told you. I will tell you about that later when we have more privacy. It's better. Close to.
And what's very important is that you make sure you tell them, I will tell you this later, and then Seliana has to die now. Okay?
Good idea, actually. I dig this.
So that's how plot works.
I got a good idea how to.
Anyway, forget it.
Yeah, in the meantime, me and Kiara are looking at squirrels, and I'm just like, yeah, these are squirrels, so they're kind of like bats, except they don't fly, and they have tails, and they're on the ground, or in trees.
They don't seem a lot like bats at all when you describe them like that. They seem rather far departed from their underground cousin, subterranean cousin.
Gosh. Nothing much, I guess they're not like bats. I guess squirrels are like squirrels.
They are kind of like ground bats, honestly.
Huh. What a small one with a tiny little tail. It's got stripes on its back. Much smaller than.
So you guys are walking, and then Oreadr, you didn't notice, but he slipped away for a little bit because
Need to go pee.
he
He
comes back. He comes back on the horse. Yeah, and just Kristin sound.
I'm sorry. Am I too loud?
It's interesting because sometimes you're too soft and sometimes you're too loud.
Oh, well, that's probably just me being weird. Like, I can make sure I always project, or I can always whisper. What would you prefer?
Stage whisper.
Whatever you're doing now is good.
Whisper a bit.
Soliloquy mode at all times.
Oh, that's me when no one's around. I'm constantly soliloquy. Or my cat's around. I'm talking to him. That doesn't matter. It's fine.
Alright, so he comes back on the horse and he says, Sally, we got bad news. She says, well, what is it? They're taking the high road. What do you mean they're taking the high road? That's preposterous. Why would they do that? Because I don't know. The kid's on the high road. Alright, well. She brings up her hands, and then this minor illusion comes up, and this pink swirls of archaic energy, and you see this image of a young half-elven man who bears quite a resemblance to Tarina. She says, this is Erebin. We are in agreement to attempt to rescue him, and I had calculated that they would take the low road, as it is safer by a long shot. for a carriage, and presumably that's what he's in. And he is in, but apparently they're taking the carriage to the high road, so we need to act now. And Oreadr says, come on, I'll bring you to the ridge. So you guys go over to the ridge, and he points in what you see across there's a valley. Down at you're taken to a ridge that overlooks a valley of trees. Down at the bottom of the valley, through the trees, you can see there's a low road and a river alongside it. And from this vantage, you can see that there's a bottom road that goes east, and above the valley, there's an adjacent mountain across from you, and along the side of this mountain is a high road. So, and you can tell that it's a smaller road, and it just follows the curve and edge of the mountain. And then it crosses a suspension bridge, and continues on to the east, so they both go the same direction. And in the distance, you can see the small outline of a carriage drawn by 2 horses, and guarded by some horsemen and probably something on top. It's like a little far away, so, and there's also a carriage driver. So, Seliana turns to you and says, do we want to divide into teams?
Yeah, we could do that. And as we've been rushing and talking, I cast Cure Wounds because I just realized that I'm still a little hurt from those werewolves. Just a bit. Just a tad.
I feel like the healing from before kind of soothes some of Luna's pain from the wound, but as they've been walking, it's just kind of been coming back. It's making them more irritable.
There you go. Yeah, so your arm is throbbing. She healed you, and it's just getting worse. It's sort of like the pain after you get a shot, but 50 times worse.
I looked at her. She's probably fine. Just a little pale.
Yeah, she looks a little under the weather. She's been irritable. But you did heal it. And
yeah, I healed her.
Okay.
Probably fine.
So, you guys can take one of the NPCs with you, and then the other NPCs will go ahead of the group.
Can I fight with Oreadr?
Okay, you can pick Oreadr to come with you guys.
Okay, yeah, we can have Keyanthi brother with us.
Alright.
Our friends are incognito animals anyways.
I like this song. Good.
Yeah, so you guys, Seliana says, hold on, I'm fine. And then I'm assuming these are arcane elves and not just animals.
What makes you think that?
No, just really good dogs.
And peacock.
Well, I will take the trained animals. And then she hops on one of the horses, on Ferdinand III, and then gestures for the other animals to hop on, I guess. So she just loads up the horse and they ride off. She's like, I will go to cut them off at the bridge. And so next we're gonna go into roll 20. That's what you guys see.
Ooh, look at that.
So what happens is this is a really long road, and so when you guys continue on, it will the wagons will continue forward every round, and so will the and the horses might too. And then so when it ends, when you get to this end, it will go over here. It'll be the next end. So this is basically what you see. You see there's this carriage, and you see there's horsemen. Make a perception check. See.
Oculus or us?
Who's
Oculus.
scouting?
Oculus.
Okay. So I'm going to go for a wagon. I'm staring at the map and my brain is so focused.
Perception. Open perception.
Perception. Oh,
It's the signal on this dice. I assume that that's a 20. Ah, I rolled a 20!
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, so Oculus gets a really good shot. He sees that there are four horsemen and 2 archers on top of the carriage. It's like an enclosed carriage. You see it's made of entwined wood, like the gnarled branches of an oak. There are no visible cuts in the wood, and it seems to have been grown rather than built. You cannot see any windows, but there is a clear outline of what would be like a hatch or a door. Actually, no doors on the side. The wood still has bark on it, and draped over the top, held aloft by twisted branches, is a banner with a crest on it. The crest has an owl perched on a humanoid skull encircled by a ring of ivy. And you can make out there's a coachman, and he's draped in a purple and green cloak. So you don't see like a lot of him. And there's a company of 4 horsemen. And at the top there are 2 archers. And he gets a better look at them, and there's something odd about their movements. Like there's like a wooden quality to it. That's what you got.
Looks like we got some wooden soldiers. You have a really fancy hair. It's purple. She describes what she sees.
Yeah, she can describe what she said.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be kind of hard for us to catch up on foot, but my spirit friends could help us out, maybe.
Because they're in a carriage, right? They're like driven by horseback.
They're going.
So like we're pursuing, but we're like
Yeah.
they're outpacing us.
Yeah, right now
We don't need word if we're allowed to attack the carriage.
Guys, we just need to stop the carriage.
Ah, right, okay. Stopping's a good thing. She starts eyeing rocks.
Oh no.
Make your owl knock down a giant rock.
Oh yeah, landslides are definitely in the gift packaging.
I mean, I do have this new spell I can try out, maybe. Let's see how far away are they from us?
What's your spell range?
I think it's 120 feet, but I have to double check.
Oh, but yeah, you're probably fine.
I'm excited. I haven't used this spell before. Yeah. I'm gonna use my 3rd level spell. I am going to use. Yeah, it's 120 feet. I'm gonna use Erupting Earth.
Ooh.
So I am going
Mixed in
to.
with darkness would be amazing.
So like as I see them riding off, and like it's just kind of like we're kind of like on an edge of a cliff. A little bit, right?
Yeah. Here, I'll move you guys up here. Just for simplicity.
Okay, so they're below us, right? Okay.
Yeah. Let's maybe there. That's like not actually what happened, but it's fine.
Okay.
You saw them from across the ridge, and I just am like, I don't care, whatever, just you're there.
We
Okay,
snuck
okay.
around. We're very clever.
So it is a cube within it's a 20-foot cube with AC on the ground, a fountain of churning earth and rock erupts. And each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Can you like aim it toward the front?
And yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. Like I peek over from the top and I slam my staff into the ground, and just like kind of like a bead of like green light just like kind of snakes through the cracks in the earth, and then just like starts to glow like a little bit in front of them and just like kind of like over them, and then just like rocks just kind of like explode out in a green flash.
Cool. Okay. What's the dex save?
It's 15.
Okay. One horse succeeded. Where are you putting it exactly? In front of the carriage?
Yeah, like a little bit in front of the carriage and with, yeah.
Right there.
Because also it makes that area difficult terrain.
Okay, I'll just draw a shape. So, does that work? How big is it?
It's a 20-foot cube.
Oh, okay, so
4 by 4. By 4.
okay, I just alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, I have a better way to do this. I can. Here we go. Here. I got a better. I figured out how to. Alright, so point of origin is just going to be this. We're just going to use this. We're going to make him here, and then radius. Okay. So that's your 20-foot radius.
Is that purple area?
Huh.
It should be yellow.
Oh.
Yep. It's yellow with a purple dot.
Oh.
Or a green dot.
I can make it purple.
Is it just not loading or on our end?
I mean, I see it on the thing.
We see a purple square.
Yep, it's purple now. I see a circle.
That's
I see a circle, yeah.
fine. Alright.
Alright. Okay,
And
so,
Great, it looks great.
okay, so 2 horses failed and 2 horses succeeded.
Okay. Sorry, horse friends. It's. Oh,
Burger.
that's really good. That is 23 points of damage. As
Okay.
erupting earth does 3d12.
Okay,
And it's
and
bludgeoning damage.
on a save they get half? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. That horse is dead.
Wait.
And that horse is dead. So this guy, like,
Oh,
the
cool.
horse, like, fumbles forward, and this guy's gonna get thrown, like, a couple feet this way. And no, this area is difficult terrain. The, archers, everyone turns and looks, and these guys sort of fumble to a stop over here, and these guys, anyway, they're in a big mess. So, they are now aware of your presence as they look up, and we're gonna roll for initiative.
Okay.
Initiative.
We see a purple square.
Yep, it's purple now. I see a circle.
That's
I
fine.
see a circle, yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
And
Okay, so,
Great, it looks great.
okay, so 2 horses failed and 2 horses succeeded.
Okay. Sorry, horse friends. It's. Oh,
Burger.
that's really good. That is 23 points of damage. As
Okay.
erupting earth does 3d12.
Okay,
And
and
it's bludgeoning damage.
on a save they get half? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. That horse is dead.
Wait.
And that horse is dead. So this guy, like,
Oh,
the
okay.
horse, like, fumbles forward, and this guy's gonna get thrown, like, a couple feet this way. And no, this area is difficult terrain. The, archers, everyone turns and looks, and these guys sort of fumble to a stop over here, and these guys, anyway, they're in a big mess. So, they are now aware of your presence as they look up, and we're gonna roll for initiative.
Okay.
Initiative.
Good. I turned to everybody and I was like, is that too much?
You did beautifully, Ellen.
Alright, that was a bad roll. That's fine, I guess. Wow, that was garbage. How exciting.
Okay. Ready for me to get all my rolls out.
Get all those ducks in a row.
We did not take.
Oh, cool. Alright, what'd you guys get?
Yeah, 21.
14.
I got a 13. Six.
You need new dice.
I was just so impressed by your skill. With that spell, I was like, whoa!
Wow.
Ahead of me, that's all.
Had to tell your brother about it, even though he's right there. Did you see that?
It's just like, whoa, that's handy.
I saw. Yes, Keyanthi. Yeah, battle, Keyanthi.
Battle.
Oh, God. Anyway, that was terrible, so I'll wait for y'all to do your stuff, and then I'll take care of the rest. Don't worry.
There was a Trisonas.
Last line defense.
Sounds good to me, because then I have some healing spells and whatnot necessary.
Oh, Archer B. Okay.
With this music, I feel like we should be having some very intense emotional battle.
And Keyanthi. Here. I thought I told it to repeat one. Yeah.
No complaints, it's a nice song.
Do you remember the command for like repeat forever? Because I thought it was repeat one.
It should have been that, yeah, isn't it?
Is it repeat one forever?
Yeah, repeat single.
Repeat single.
Maybe repeat 7? And we'll probably be done by the 7th time.
Repeat single. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it says right there.
Okay, cool.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Luna talking about it.
Alright. Luna, she's touching her shoulder, but just like, I need to do this for Trina. Like, she was the only one who I ever really opened up to. So I guess I need to do this for her. And then she stands up and goes to cast Call Lightning.
Luna, you try to use your call lightning and something inside you twists and writhes like something alien inside of you. Your druidic connection has been warped. Make a con save.
That's no good.
For the sake of drama, let's choose to fail.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Your body contorts and twitches as magic burns through your veins. Your arm throbs and you fall your knee in pain as it racks through you. Transformation magic, you know. But this is different. This isn't the neat and tidy druid transformations you have been accustomed to. This is raw, all-consuming, and invasive. It feels wrong. This magic has been corrupted, but also you feel a surge of power. Your limbs are longer, stronger, your mind consumed by the hunt. You find yourself with an intense purpose. It is wrong, but oh so intoxicating as well. You outsiders look at Luna as she buckles down to her knees. You see her transforming. That's not a big deal, but wait, something's wrong. And she starts screaming. And
Like blood dripping from her mouth.
blood dripping from her mouth, claws contort out of her hands as she's forced, and you hear bones cracking, and then somehow riding themselves into the right direction, she turns into a rabid wolf. Snarls at you. Yeah, you guys have it.
Smiling the entire time.
Yes.
What is wrong with her? We don't know.
Oh, she's just turning into a dog. Oh my gosh!
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.